count them, 2 Special Ops Marine vets among indicted in double kidnapping and murder case. You guys want to take a guess at which one of these people in the photo is one of the Marines? 1, 2, 3, or 4, left to right. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one of these guys is a Marine? I mean, I think I know who I'm going to pick. Look at those eyes on this guy. He's got the crazy eyes. So let's talk about what's going on here. Let's talk about what is really going on in this story, because it is hard to believe. It's hard to wrap your head around. 2 Marine veterans and a former Israel Defense Forces member have been charged with kidnapping, resulting in the death after they were reportedly hired by a Texas man who's also been charged to deal with an extortion attempt, according to recently unsealed indictment. But the extortion attempt this is so crazy. And I already have a better solution here. I already have a better solution than what we are faced with in this article. And I'm going to tell you guys what it is. Force Recon Marine veteran Brian Brockaway, who, by the way, is the 3rd from the left. And look at those eyes. He just has those crazy eyes. By the way, he's 46 years old. This guy, 3rd from the left, is 46. He was looking like he's been taking care of himself up until literally this moment. And Special Operations Forces Marine veteran Adam Carey, which I guess they must mean he's MARSOC, who's 30 years old, who actually looks older than the 46-year-old. I don't know how old that photo is. That could be an old photo of Brian Brockaway, by the way. I guess that could be a mugshot from 1998 or something. They, along with 2 other men, spent 12 days conspiring and carrying out a kidnapping and murder plot, according to a Monday press release from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Tennessee. This is so crazy. It gets better. This investigation began with the discovery of 2 bodies inside a vehicle on Good Friday. Of course, it would be like a religious holiday, 2020. Chief John Drake said when making the announcement, local news outlets reported, so this is coming from the chief of police, all 4 men have been charged with conspiracy to commit kidnapping resulting in death, and the carrying, brandishing, and discharge of a firearm during a crime of violence. They each face up to life in prison if convicted. So here's the deal. Here's how this whole thing started. It all began when Erik Maund, a 46-year-old married owner of an auto dealership in Austin, Texas, probably selling used cars, lemons, allegedly had an affair in Nashville during a February 2020 business trip with on-again, off-again girlfriend Holly Williams, court documents revealed. So he's married, and he's sleeping with Holly Williams on the side. So he jets off to Nashville, probably tells his wife, I just got to take a little trip. I just got to talk to some guys about cars in Nashville, and that's it. And that's all that's going to happen. But that's not all that happened. He slept with Holly Williams. Less than a month later, the woman's romantic partner, William Lanway, so she had a boyfriend or something. William Lanway found out about this, found out it was with Maund, probably because that's her on-again, off-again boyfriend or whatever, threatened Maund via text messages on March 1st, saying that he would expose the affair unless Maund paid him off. So here's where William Lanway went all wrong. So William finds out that Holly had been sleeping with Erik Maund. He, instead of breaking it off, ending the relationship with Holly, which he should have because she was trifling, what he did was he gets Maund's phone number and texts him, hey, I'm going to expose you as a cheater and ruin your family and ruin your business unless you pay me some exorbitant amount of money. It must have been a huge amount of money. My thought here is it must have been millions of dollars, a multi-million-dollar transaction, and I'll explain why here in a minute. Rather than pay up, Maund, who he's already banging your girlfriend, so he's not really taking you seriously. He's totally alphaed you. Maund has already alphaed William, so he's not interested in this extortion plan. He seeks the services of Gilad Peled, 47, who was in the IDF and Mossad, Israel's national intelligence agency, and he's the owner of Spear Tip Security Group in Austin, Texas. So he's a security guy. I don't know how this is security. The company, Spear Tip Enterprises, was a private security service business that advertised responding to extortion demands as an available service on its website. So he goes, I'm being extorted. How do we end this extortion attempt? And this dude must have been like, well, we killed the person trying to extort you. Within days, Brockway and Carey, the two Marines, were allegedly brought on board by Peled to help handle Maund's situation. And are you guys keeping up with this? This story is out of control. An unnamed relative of Brockway's then prepared an intelligence report for the group, while Carey allegedly spent between March 5th and 11th surveilling Williams and Lanway, Holly and Bill. Now that's a pretty thorough plan. Like, they're doing Marine Corps stuff. He's doing recon. The recon guy's reconning them. According to court documents, he's probably taking photos. He's got his camera out. You know, recon Marines, they're good with the photography. According to court documents, a separate document entitled Tennessee Sit Rep, which is not a clever title if you're trying to keep this clandestine, confirmed the address at which Williams and Lanway were living and identifying information of her car. So they knew what her car was. Within the sit rep was a statement confirming that Carey and the others would use everything at their disposal to stop the attempted extortion. Now, if somebody goes, well, how are you going to stop them? He said, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And then they go, whatever it takes. And then they go, whatever it takes. That's when I would have ended the deal. I would have been like, no go. No go. Don't do whatever it takes. Try maybe like, I don't know. Well, don't even do this at all. But maybe try going like, hey, you know, it's not good for your health. This extortion attempt's not good for your health. All right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Not good for your health. So then Maund paid more than $150,000 in payments to Peled, the IDF Mossad guy, the leader of this organization to attack Holly and Bill. Court documents alleged that that payment was made. Brockway and Carey confronted Williams and Lanway at her apartment complex parking lot on March 12, 2020. So they're coming out of their apartment, or she is, and coming out of her apartment, and they confront them. They shot Lanway multiple times. The two Marines then allegedly kidnapped Williams, taking both her and Lanway's body to a construction site. It was at the construction site on Old Hickory Boulevard, which is exactly where a crime would happen, taking Old Hickory Boulevard, in Nashville, that they allegedly shot Williams several times, including at least once in the head. I mean, if you shoot somebody several times anywhere upper body, probably not a good deal that they're going to make it out of there, especially if you're burying them in a construction site. Williams was only 33 and Lanway was 36 at the time of their death. I'm 36, I guess. Yeah, I'm 36. Brockway and Carey left the bodies at the construction site, court documents allege, after returning the rental car that they had used to transport Williams and Lanway, which is so dumb, because now you got to worry about DNA in a rental car, which is not going to get cleaned out. They had used to transfer Williams and Lanway after, and shutting down the Pinger app used to discuss the plans, so they weren't even using Signal or Telegram, they were using Pinger. The two went their separate ways, court documents show. In total, Maund transferred more than $750,000 to an account owned by Peled as payment for the murders. Okay, let's pause here. Did Maund even try to haggle with Bill? Like, if he spent $750 to get him killed, knowing that that could be the end of his life, that's why I'm saying that the original extortion attempt must have been for millions of dollars. Because otherwise, you wouldn't spend $750,000 to have people killed, which you're definitely going to get caught for, only to, you know, to avoid like a lower extortion attempt. Must have been millions of dollars. But then did he come back with Bill and be like, hey, would you settle? How about $500K? And then he goes, how about $1 million? And Maund goes, how about $750? All right, cool, $750. And then everyone could have walked away. Holly didn't have to die. Bill didn't have to die. These Marines and the IDF guy and Maund, they don't have to spend the rest of their lives in jail, but now they are. You never take the first offer. You guys, you never take the first offer. All four men were arrested Friday. Maund was taken into public custody at a traffic stop near Austin, Texas, while Peled was caught at Austin Bergstrom International Airport in the same city trying to flee, probably. Brockway was arrested in San Diego, probably on his way to Mexico, while Carey was arrested at his home in North Carolina. Each male will make an initial appearance before a magistrate judge in the district where they were all arrested. All four will return to the Middle District of Tennessee for the trial. FBI field offices told local police departments and Naval Criminal Investigation Services, NCIS, and they all aided in the investigation. Those are all the people who aided in the investigation. The case will be prosecuted by the Assistant U.S. Attorney, Robert McGuire of Tennessee. Look at these guys. Erik Maund on the left, the guy who could have gotten out of there for a better deal. Gilad Peled from the IDF, who I guess if your only tool is a hammer, everything's a nail. I guess anything you're dealing with, anybody's trying to strong arm you, you're just going to kill them. And then I'm going to call this guy Crazy Brian Brockway because of his eyes. And then Adam Carey, all arrested for the murder and kidnapping and murder of Holly and Bill. How about that story? Leave me a comment down below. What did you guys think of that? How crazy is that? What do you guys think? Did any of this even have to happen? Why did Marines get involved? How did Marines even know this guy? No go. Not super legit. Not cool at all. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching that clip from our live show. We're live right here on YouTube, Sunday through Thursday, 1800 Pacific Standard Time. If you want, come on by, join the chat. I'd love to hear from you. If you like that video and you want to see more, consider checking out this video right here or subscribing to the channel with this button right here. I look forward to talking to you really soon. I'm out for now.